part 1 of yoga stretches for runners. Runners, notorious shin splints. You hear about it all the time. The thing you do for that is calf stretches. And calf stretches are great because plantar fasciitis is something we hear about a lot. It can affect your knees. Tight calves have a much bigger impact than you think. So let's get started on our tight calves. This is Oscar, by the way. He's often joining me on the mat. Awesome if you have a yoga strap, no worries if you don't. Just about anything that is long and fluid will work. I have a scarf here, you can use a belt, you can use just about anything, a hand towel. So first stretch for the calves, you're gonna come to the back. This is one of my favorites. You put your strap, whatever you're using, on the bottom of your foot. It's a great hamstring stretch. Here's how you get into the calf. You simply flex your foot. Maybe you've seen a variation of this pose against a wall. The reason I like doing it on the back is because you don't have gravity. It's a little bit more controlled. Sometimes some of the standing poses, you know, we're using our body weight, we're using gravity. It can be a lot. This is controlled, it's easy, you're deciding how much you want to flex your foot. It's guaranteed that you can keep your knee soft. We never want to hyperextend. I feel like when we're standing, when we're looking for balance, we're more tempted to hyperextend. So there's one on the right. We'll go to the left. So again, you want to make sure your strap or whatever you're using, hand towel, doesn't matter, is anchored on the arch of your foot in a way that's comfortable. The more neutral your foot, the more it's going to be in the hamstrings. But as you flex your foot, bringing your heels or your toes back towards your face, your heels up to the ceiling, that's when you're going to get that amazing calf release. All right, so there's calf stretch 1. Sort of pulling from that same vein, you could come into a tabletop. And I'll ask you to be just as mindful here with your elbows. You want a soft elbow. I hate hyperextending. You want to make some sort of strong L's with your hands so you're not stressing out the wrists. You'll take one foot back. You want to be on the ball of your foot, no stressing the toes, and you're pressing through the heel, that very flexed foot. So how does that feel in your calf? We love our shoulders stacked over wrists. But as you push your foot back, if your shoulders go behind your wrists, that's okay. Just be mindful of the wrists, just like our ankles. They're tender little joints. We want to be kind to them. Set our knee down. We'll do the same on the left. Remember, you're on the ball of your foot. No stress for the toes. And you're just kind of pressing into your heel. Again, this is where you can be mindful. The knee will kind of straighten out. But again, I love it. From tabletop rather than standing, just so there's no pressure to hyperextend the knees, so there's a measure of softness. So now that our calves are feeling pretty warmed up, one of the ultimate calf stretches, curl both toes under, lift up your seat, downward facing dog. That's our kind of upside down V. You want that steady hand connected in the heel, the thumb, taking pressure out of the wrist, but of course engage the rest of your fingertips. And now you can explore the space that you made in your calves by pedaling your heels, bending opposite knee. You'll also see how this is really good for your Achilles, and you also might notice how if you do have a very tight calf, how it might actually pull on your Achilles. Achilles tendonitis, another issue with tight calves. And that's it. Those are my 3 must-do calf stretches for runners or for anyone really.